Hey everybody, watch this review. Here with a very quick look at Mattel's 2003 Batman line, Mr. Freeze. Not to be confused with the DC Superheroes Mr. Freeze, which actually is exactly what I did. But in my defense, the seller did have it listed as DC SH, and I didn't realize there was more than one version, but now you know, and knowing is half the battle. The DC Superheroes version is obviously the better one. They retooled the figure a little bit, gave him elbow articulation so he can actually hold the gun as it was meant to be held. So you see his little handle here for the other hand, but there's no way you can get these two arms to reach each other. And then the paint was a lot cooler, so you had little icicles hanging off the armor and then a lot more variation. Speaking of variation, there's also a glasses-less version of this figure. I'm not sure if the DC Superheroes one also had a glasses-less version, but, you know, because most people would want it with the glasses anyway, I'm sure it's not a big loss either way. Now, this figure has a little gimmick here. You can twist the torso to move the head inside the helmet. Honestly, would have preferred to just be able to take off the helmet and move the head, but, eh. I also believe this squirts water, although I've never tried it. I bought it loose, so I don't have the packaging to explain it, but you can see that there's a little spigot here for the water shooting, and then imagine, here it goes. This little button here is you push to pump out the water. Actually, let's try it. Time to chill out, Batman. Bam. Wow, that was pathetic. I'm sure that I didn't load the tank all that well, though, so, you know, I'll mess around with that a bit later. Now, in terms of articulation, this gun doesn't stay in his hands very well. In addition, you can pull these things out pretty easily, the little nozzles, so just be aware of that. They do pop in easily. We have a point of rotation here at the forearm. Another point over here. Rotating torso. Legs kick out, then we have a point here at the knee, but nothing at the feet, and the legs can't go sideways. You cannot remove the pack from the back, and I'm not sure, although it feels like this is a suction device, I don't know how much water can actually be stored in the tank. But you push this little button here to get it to fire. Yeah, pretty lame. I mean, on the whole, just because I couldn't get my hands on the other Mr. Freeze, this one does the job, but I mean, if you have the choice, definitely go for the nicer one, even if it's going to run you, like, say, an extra $5 or $10. Actually, I think it's probably more like 20, but, you know, it might be worth it. But yeah, until next time, just, stay cool, everyone. Stay cool. Hot summer. Oh, by the way, I realized I forgot to point out the rather obvious shoulder articulation here, which is a ball joint in addition to the bicep here. And there it goes again. These really aren't glued in very well. But I mean, the bicep here really just doesn't give you a good range, and it's just not enough to... Actually, maybe I could kind of get it. Yeah, you actually can fit it in between both hands here. Kind of. Yeah, well, you'd have to play around with it a bit, but you can fit it with both hands. I misspoke earlier.